whoa. Oh, that was an echo. Hold on. There we go. I have remembered to mute my own stream. I always forget something. It's fine. Thank you, Mousy, for doing the thunder. Still have Cheeto dust on my hands. Oh well. What did I... Oh, right. So we're doing something a little different today. But that does mean there are high likelihood of technical difficulties. Or skill issues. We'll figure that one out. Actually, I want... Okay. Let's put those on solid instead of blinking. The thing is, I've already had to do one thing to make this work. So we'll see how it goes. If nothing else, I have a project on Minecraft that we will end up switching to if it totally bugs out on me. By bugs out, I mean I struggle. Which, same thing. Hi, Sky! But, yeah. So the setup is a little bit not perfect. And honestly, you know what? That's okay. I also have to be careful. And I'm going to go ahead and switch to the scene. The Lego scene. Ironically. It's Lego question mark. And the question mark is very accurate today. I have to be careful not to dip my paintbrush in my tea. And not to spill any of the water that is currently on my desk. Which is quite a lot more than normal. So, oop! I just went to my computer. Yeah, we're going to see how this goes. Oh, you know what? I should move this monitor over a little bit more so I can see. We'll put the chocolate mini eggs. You know what? We'll put them right here. Front and center. Gonna move the monitor with you guys on it over to where I can see it a little bit better without having to turn my head all the way around. Eek. If it'll move. There it goes. I have to, like, remember to paint over here and look over there for you guys. So it's gonna be a bit of a learning curve. Oh, don't spill the tea. That would be the key here. Let's not spill anything, Claire. I'm gonna move some things around because I didn't sit in this spot and look at it before I did anything. Oh yeah, I have the new butterfly lights, which I can technically show you. I just have to. It might make some people dizzy. We can look at that later. But they're really pretty, but they're really hard to see right now because the light. The window is shining this way. It's shining that way. So the lighting also will change as the stream goes on. So fun times. I love that. But I have a window that can't have a curtain on it. So we live. Stirring up the tea. Which I haven't touched yet because I've been trying to get everything set up. Yummy tea. Okay. So. I did unmute. Yay! Oh, we're gonna start stream readers first. Hold on. Just have to, like, not bump the Bluetooth stick. That is what my headphones in. Let's. Oh, I told stream readers to start. What part of Open Up did you not understand, stream readers? Look at this. Oh, it had an update. I wonder if that messed with when I tried to launch it. Okay. Okay. Cool. About doing shiny things. So chapter bully will start anew. There's no. Oh, there are. Okay. I don't see. I don't really see any difference between these. So I honestly I think this one looks fun. So we're gonna start this. Oh, I should make sure. See, I forgot. The stream readers thing was a last minute decision. So, okay, we're just gonna do this. Maybe, yeah. Cool. And we'll put down a flag rogue. We may not do more than one round of this if nobody really wants to do it, but I figured, why not? I haven't done it in a bit. So there we go. There is Stream Raiders started. Back to the scene. I do have to like reach behind me quite far for that, but if that bothers me, I will just move. Roll my chair over there, as it were. So we are going to try, I say try because I haven't tried it yet, to paint this mini today. As you can see, I already did a little bit of work because I did it yesterday. All good, dragon, all good. It started out as this, and the reason it is a red transparent filament is because that's what was in my brother's 3D printer. Because he had done some really cool stuff with some... He has a really cool like half mask thing that's like half gray, half red. He's done some cool things with this. But with the liquid resin printer, you can't really... If you were to have changed it out, it would have been like wasting a bunch of the red stuff he got. And it wasn't worth it. I was like, I'll just paint it. It's fine. I'm gonna have to paint it anyway, right? So I might as well. It was better to prime it anyway, so it's like, okay, whatever. So yeah, he printed 4. 3 of them turned out decently. 2 of them have primer on them because I started painting the other one, and then I noticed it had a weird thing on its hand, and I may end up switching. But, oh, I didn't do the bottom. That's probably fine. So what I did is I did paint primer on all of it, except the crystals, because I think if I can utilize the transparency a bit for the crystals, that will be really cool. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But first things first, the thing I didn't do before stream, which I could have, but I didn't, is we're going to pick out which colors we're going to do first. So we're going to move, and I like the plate for this because then I can paint her and then move her without touching her. It's really nice. It's a very pretty plate. First things first, we got to get the paint onto the onto the thing. That would be important. So what colors do I want it today? So you can see in the top corner, I've got the work in progress image for her up so that you guys can kind of see what I'm aiming for. We'll see how good I do. So I think I want the purples. Do I want to do the purples and the blues? That might be a good mix to do. Yeah, we'll do the purples and blues. And then we might end up doing the pinks as well later. So I've got this color. So let's see, this is probably going to be a smaller amount of color. So we'll put it there. And then, let's see, we've got this one. Which is dusty and used. I've been using it for a very long time. Purple. Put the purples in the corner. Hey. And then I'll just put this over here, trying to keep them somewhat organized over in the corner here. Then we've got this color, which is going to be the light highlight. So I like to try to aim for 3 colors per like color section. We're going to actually put a lot more of that because did I just? I don't think I did. Okay. As long as I'm trying not to get paint on the floor. That would be my goal. Let's not put paint on the floor. Hi, Nomi! So then, oh, we should do the white and the black. Obviously, we need white and black because, I mean, it's just white, so like, you know. And put those 2 next to each other. And I may end up also getting out the silver for this. But yes, it is. I had 5 of them. One of them disappeared. The one that had more stuff on it disappeared. But I have 3 at the moment. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick the one with the most paint on it because that's gonna look the coolest. Cause like I theoretically, when I cleaned most of this off, not this one, I left that one too dry, too long. I could have probably gotten all of it off if I like scrubbed it with soap and stuff, but I'm like, that's not the point. The point when you look at the paint palette is for you to see evidence that I have used the absolute heck out of it. And for like $5 for $10 for 5 of these things, I'm gonna get all the use out of them I can. You bought a painted mini? Couldn't be bothered to try to get one of those little nooks and crannies. Yeah. It's an interesting thing. That's why I have. Oh. Yeah, the camera's having trouble focusing on them. That's how they're so small. I'm hoping I can do it. Well, I know I can do it. The face is going to be the harder part. We're going to go ahead and put the blues in as well. I've got a nice mix of blues. Got this one, which we'll put over here. I know which color is going to probably be the majority of the blues. And I will end up probably adding more to these. And I do have red and yellow over there just in case I need the primary colors for whatever reason. This one here. That's probably too much paint, but that's fine. This is the only thing I use it for, so meh. Okay, that was too much paint, but that's fine. Okay. So I think, should I go ahead and, no, we'll get the silver out when we start using the silver because that's the important bit. It'll dry up a little faster because I tend to water that one down even more. We gotta add our water. And normally, if you're just using this acrylic paint, I just have normal acrylic paint. If you were using this for like painting on a canvas or something, you would not water it down. But I'm watering it down a little bit for mini painting. And trying not to get water on my phone. So, 1 second. We're gonna move this over here to the paper towel. A little hard to do this accurately, but works. Because normal mini paint is a lot more liquidy. But that. Let's see, what's a good mixing brush? I'm gonna use a different brush than I normally use for anything else to mix stuff up. Ooh, an epic flying gum rogue. Very fun. Then we're gonna mix it up. And just mostly try to just... And some of it's too much water and whatever, and I'll have to like dip into the painty bits. But that's kind of okay. That one's overflowing a little bit. Oh well. It can go over here as well. Just do boop, 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 boop. I don't know how much of that you're actually gonna the water and paint stuff you're gonna be able to hear because I don't know how much my mic is gonna pick up. We kind of need to mix all of this up and then we can start. So I could, if you guys want to see a finished one I haven't done, we can look at that first real quick. But, because I don't think I've actually really shown those off other than like pictures on like Instagram and stuff. I think there's posted pictures in the Discord as well. But not everybody is in the Discord, which is fine. So I do have a cup of water here for rinsing off the brushes and a multiple layer paper towel for wiping off the brushes because I will end up using the same brush for a lot of things. I also have like a whole set of paper towels over there for the brushes to sit on and all of those things. But hopefully I minimize how much paint I get anywhere else. I am also wearing paint clothes. So, though I will say, it's funny, when you're wearing non-paint clothes, I have found, you get paint on you. When you're wearing paint clothes, you have to like go out of your way to get paint on you. It's like, I want my paint clothes to have paint on them. I want it to be cute. Ooh, thank you for the unit, Dragon. Like you want paint on your paint clothes, right? No. No. The universe has said no. Many, many times. I think I wore this shirt I have multiple months. And I think I like eventually got a smudge of brown on it right here. Actually, I can show you. Eek. I move this out of the way. That's And honestly, I think I like had to go out of my way a little bit to get that and the, like that on it. I'm just like, really? It's like you have to be like not careful when you're wearing paint clothes to get paint on it. It's ridiculous. Wear your favorite shirt or your favorite pair of jeans anywhere near paint. Forget it. Just like, why? It's fine. Okay. I'm not gonna mix up the white because this brush has not got all the paint off of it enough to do that, but we're gonna move that over there. Ooh, a wild applin. Ooh, nice. We're just gonna roll over here and hit the button. There we go. And I did dust this off. I don't know why. It looks so dusty. I've dusted it so many times. It's the black. It's got white flecks on it. It's fine. You can enjoy the very pretty spring-themed plate instead. This is me trying to not get paint on places. Though, honestly, it's my desk. I wouldn't mind too much if I had paint on it. Realistically, I don't really care. Which one do I want to start with? I think... Take a look at the brushes real quick. Where do I want to start? You know what? I should start with getting a layer of white on her hair. Because I had put multiple layers of primer on it, and I think it's still kind of decided to... It's still showing the red through it. So we need to get the white base on before I do the blending for the ombre bit. Which the idea is that we're going to go in between the purple part of the dress and her hair. So that we're never painting... Like it's letting it dry in between. So, oop, that was too much of that. Yeah, you can see the paint's doing a little bit better about not letting the red through just a little bit than the primer. I think the primer is kind of supposed to allow a little bit of what's below it to be through. The idea for the primer is to help your paint then stick better. Oop. Which is appreciated. You don't necessarily need it for this kind of plastic resin. My brother has reminded me of this many times. You don't need to prime it typically because it's already got a rough surface and whatnot. But I prefer to do it anyway. Just in case. And in this case, I needed to because it was all red. So I would have had to do a layer of something anyways. Try to make sure that like it doesn't get stuck in the cracks too much. Which it will settle as it dries. But that's probably going to need one more layer of white before I start putting the blue and stuff in. Actually going to put that there for a second. I'm going to move this over to here, this side. Because I'm using the right side of this. What about? Okay. Boop. Boop. Doo. Pink again. That's still getting blue water out of it. Okay, well that's it for another minute. Okay, so then the next bit is, so with this one I had to kind of compromise on the way the top is compared to the picture. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of deciding where. Oops. I can quite easily get paint on my hands though. That's not a problem for me. Where the pink and where the purple is gonna go. So I think what I'll start with is by doing the purple here. And then I might just like paint this purple and then do the pink here. And then like the belt and stuff we'll put in some like contrast in there. Maybe this part of the sash is pink or more magenta, so that like it blends together. Do I want to start with a darker color? Or do I want to start with a lighter color? That's the real question. I think we'll start with a darker color and see how it looks, and I may change. Nice thing is easy enough to go right back over it. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a couple layers of the color. That's okay. Try not to get it on the crystal for the moment. Trying to make sure you guys can see. I also have to hold it. Probably if I'm gonna do this more often, should probably get one of the like mini holder things. Because you can get broad things, like a handle to go and that you stick it on top of so you can hold it that way. And I've been meaning to get one, but I just haven't yet. So now the edges of this on like the sash bit don't have to be perfect because I will be going over them a few times. But then like as I go around, I'm gonna switch my grip a little bit. This part will be a little difficult. The good thing is the cape is also going to be purple. So if I get purple paint on the cape, I get purple paint on the cape. The idea. Boop. There are some details there that I will like here. It looks like there is something there that I will have to look at the figure. Hi, Miss Halcyon. What kind of paint does one use for minis? Acrylic. Acrylic paint. There are a couple other types of paint you can use, I believe. I'm just using basic acrylic paint. I can show you in 1 second. Watered down so that it'll be at the right consistency. But here, let's pick one of the smaller ones. So, like, I have... Whoop! See, that time I did it. Did I get it on the... Yay! More paint. More paint on my actual paint clothes. This is the kind I have at the moment. Lots of it is left over from when I was at school. I think like this is a different brand, but... Yeah, it's definitely watered down. Normal, like if you buy like mini paint that's specifically for miniatures, it's a lot more liquidy than others. Like a lot of other types of paint. But because I already had acrylic paint in ridiculous amounts, I was like, I'm not gonna bother buying more paint. I'm just gonna water it down. In fact, my brother, who does like Legos and mini painting a lot more than I do, had given me a bunch of his old paint because he bought and was given a bunch of really nice mini painting paint. So he didn't need it anymore. He's like, I'm never gonna use this. Do you want it? So that's where I got all the tiny, oh, careful. The tiny stuff from. The tiny things. Smaller tubes, I should say. Let's try to remember what the word tube was. Because, like, I have, when I was doing it, I was doing a lot of bigger paintings. So, I would buy the, here, let me see how many ounces this says. It doesn't say on that side. Ah, the, it says 120 milliliters or 4.1 fluid ounces. instead, and like, or the even bigger ones for like the white and the black, I have 250 milliliters because I was painting canvases that were canvases and paper that was like 20 inches or 18 by 20 or something or like that. So you needed a lot of paint to cover. And then there was also a lot of mixing because we were a lot of times making our own colors. Now I also have my actual painting classes. We used oil paint, which I also have a ton of, but I haven't got back into painting on canvases as much. I have bought myself a what's the word? Easel. But I think acrylic model paints would be the right consistency. Yeah. Yeah, it's basically what mini paints, model paints. I mean, technically the words are different, but it's the same difference, really. Not exactly sure what's going on there. I will inevitably go check the screenshot of the model before it was printed to make to like figure out all the the bits I'm missing. Now this is going to be the hard part. The nice thing is I haven't chosen what color the legs are because they're not actually in the picture there. They're probably purple, so we could just go in there with the purple and be okay. And then I might just make them like a lighter purple where you can see them or something. Make them contrast. But for the sake of having a solid paint job underneath, we just whoop, a little difficult. In fact, most of the other models I have done haven't had like a skirt situation. So I have not done this before as much. They all, several of them had cloaks, but I haven't done one with a skirt till now. So, and as you can kind of tell because I'm touching the head, the hair we did right at the beginning is dried to a point. You could probably put a second layer on it. Remember to dip it into the right color because I don't want to go in here with cyan on accident. Mind if I did it on purpose? Yeah, but one of the things I've learned in painting in general, but specifically in mini painting, is there's a point at which you just have to get the color of paint you're using on parts you didn't want to get it on to get like what you want painted, and then fix the parts you didn't want it on later. You just kind of live that, deal with that. Alright, so other parts that are purple. The cloak is purple, and the thing that attaches the cloak is purple. Now, I'm probably going to do that bit of silver. Maybe a little bit of purple with silver on top of it, but I'll probably do... I will most likely do a silver. Maybe with a little bit of color in it just for fun. I have done that before, and it looks interesting. But I'm going to get one of the other colors. 6 minutes and 7 seconds left on Stream Raiders. Thank you, Dragon. And I'm going to also shift because I'm sticking a part of my desk into my leg. Let's not do that. Because there's a shelf like right here. Because of the way I have these set up at the moment. So let's see. We will do. Ooh, drink some tea while I'm thinking. My favorite cloak I've done, which I will grab her down here. You guys can see a finished mini. Is this one. I really like this cloak, and I think I want to do a similar effect here. It's going to take a bit of work, but I think I want to go in with a more magenta color to start with, and then go back over it with a darker purple. Yeah, this is one of the ones I finished Very cool, epic. Get it, focus. Mando. You can see on the blade, I did black and then did it like very lightly silvered over it. And I think it created a very interesting like silver marbly effect. Which is a little harder to see with the light shining on it like that, but yeah, I've got 7 of these. Not 7. Yeah, 7? 8. I can count. So I think that's the kind of effect I want to aim for on the cloak. Because that was honestly, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. It's my favorite bit that I did, probably. It's not the favorite. And it was also well, I really liked the blue and cyan color combination I did on those. But I think the magenta red to purple one was still my favorite. Okay. Try to put it in the center there for you guys. Shall we? I am still practicing remembering to look. Oh, I'm holding it behind the info pick. Oopsie. Here, let me move this over a little bit so I feel more centered on the side. I'm still learning to look at chat and paint at the same time. No, I have to take turns doing the two, but still a little bit of a learning curve. Because chat is not in front of me in this case. So if the mods can yell at me if they need to, by the way. Not that they needed my permission to do that. What if I ignore chat for too long? You have infinite sound alerts, so. Going to do my best, though. Shh. I'm gonna try to like also minimize like the weirdness in the brush strokes, because that will continue to go through the different layers. Just gonna get the paint in some of those cracks. After this first layer, I may not put too much more magenta in some of the places, like underneath, as much, because it doesn't need it. It just needs to have the basic color. As long as it looks good from this angle, I guess. Well, I mean, it needs to look good from all angles, but... Yeah. Okay, I think it's a good start. Oh, my hand's shaking. Oof. Wait a second. It's one of the harder parts that I've found is my hand likes to shake and I like to paint. Those two things do not go together. You know what I forgot? Color I forgot to get out, guys. Color that was supposed to be the base coat for the top. The pink. Might have been good to get that out. So I'm going to do that. It'll be on the opposite side of the stuff from all the other pink colors. Because I was doing the palette in like a very purposeful, color coordinated situation, and then went and forgot a color. Yay. Alright, let me clean off this brush. We'll switch up brushes a little bit. I want that one. Or do I want this other one? I want this other one. That's the one I was looking for. Okay. Stir up the pink. Get all the water. Oh, and there is stream meters just in time where we switched colors. 1 second. Toss that in there for a moment. And it is going to shake a little bit because I have to slide my chair over. So let's see. We will drop a haste spell. And we're going to just see what happens. I don't know why it has lost my profile picture. I'll have to see if I can figure out how to fix it at some other point. Oh, nice. GG Mousy on getting the most kills and the most assists. And Dragon and Mousy get the random rewards. Boop, boop. I don't know what my quests are, and honestly, I don't care at the moment. So let's just... This started... Let's see... Okay, so... Buster is probably a good option. We'll just put that in. Vibes everywhere. There we go. That is up and ready for everybody to jump in and join in on. Whew. Okay, it's gonna shake a little bit again because I gotta scooch back over here and try to sit in a way that I won't poke myself on my own desk. It's probably smart. Thank you for the units. I'll see. If I glance over fast enough, I can see who did that. Okay. But the key being if I glance over fast enough. So then... Oh! Psh, that's completely off camera, Clara. Come on now. Yeah, the pink may need a few more layers, and I might need to use a little bit less watery bits. Because as you can see, it's showing the white a bit more than even the purple did. But... you have time, and I will end up layering it relatively anyway, because I gotta add all the fun detail to it. As for the pink... plan is, if you can't tell from the inspo image, which might be hard to, I don't remember where it was at on that part, is it's going to be very much almost tie-dye, I would say, between the pink and the purple a little bit, almost like galaxy or that kind of thing. Galaxy tie-dye, I guess, is probably the best way I could describe it. Okay, Dragon! Go make foods. Hopefully your migraines get better. It's day 3, huh? That's no fun. But yes, foods is important. Especially when your body is misbehaving. Ooh, I've got to decide what kind of color to make the staff. Because the staff isn't on her drawing outfit. So, we'll have to figure out that. The crystals at the top, obviously, will be the same as the crystals in, like, the drawing, where it's pinks and purples. We might toss a little bit more red in there. If for no other reason than they literally will have to be red, but let's try to get that extra purple off of that. See if I can get a bit of that. Yeah, I think that will look good. Obviously, needs a little bit of thicker layer paint at some point. I already said that several times. of leaning towards a wooden colored staff. But the thing is, I could also see her having a metally colored one. That's a word, Clara. Metallic. Of some sort of metal. I can see that, so it might end up being a silver. Okay. Okay, so looking at that, probably good. And some of that I won't put more paint on. Sapphire usually made of wood, metal might be a bit too heavy. True. True. Though it depends on what kind of metal. Because fantasy worlds be weird like that. Now, I'm trying to remember. Okay. This is where I'm going to really quickly. Oh, the screenshot's on my phone. I sent the screenshot of Discord, didn't I? We're just gonna... Oh, I can actually... Whoop. My shoulder's like, no! No more bending backwards for me. We'll sit that down for a second. I would have said that to you guys, so 1 second. Let me see. Would have been a bit ago. I don't think, other than the crown, I don't see any more details on her head that should be a different color. Crown will probably be a silver. Okay, so there is a little doohickey on that side. Good to know, good to know. So. So, looking at the reference, the larger scale version, I guess is the correct way to put it, because did design this on Hero Forge and then got the file from my brother to print. Okay. Computer needs to stop moving. It's not trying to break my USB thing. So it wasn't originally at this scale. I do think I'm gonna do a bigger scale version of it at some point, which will be fun. Excuse me. I want to do one that's in a similar scale to, let me grab this. Similar scale to this one, which I can't even fit full sideways. Yep. I wonder where that marking is. Anyways, I want to do one that's more of this scale, so you can actually get some of the details and stuff. Which, that is one of the other models my brother has printed for me that I need to eventually print. Print, paint. Sorry, printed. So, looking at this, there is a detail here. Back out a little bit. And this bit is a shape. Yeah, shapes. Is a triangle shaped hook. But I'm going to go ahead and get that bit painted, I think. And for the dagger, I'll probably do a black handle. We might go in with the black and do... Do I want to do black or do I want to do a different color of... So actually... I think we do this purple as well, which just goes like that, so we'll come back in and do the triangle detail after. So do the belt in the lighter purple so that it kind of matches the sash. That's the idea. Carefully try not to mix in too much of the pink. Ooh, thank you for the unit, Miss Halcyon. I don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna take a second because my hand is shaking. But yeah, I think that will work. And then put the darker purple on that mid bit so it looks like the skirt's going all the way up. Oh, a wild Toja Damaru has appeared. Looks cute. Anyone wants to try to catch it in chat? Okay. I'm gonna try to be careful about how I do this bit, but there's only so much I can do. Just go back over the bits I messed up. There. Kind of like that. So I think I do want to go over the hair with a white real quick. So let me grab this brush I'll do because no, actually I want, where's the other one I've been using? That one will work, it's fine. I'll go back over the hair again with the white just to try to, not that much paint on the brush, please. Keep building the white base of this and clean up the edges here. Let's move that back over there a little bit so you can see. The hair is going to be, I think, a lot of fun to blend in. I'll probably pull a little bit of white to a different part of the palette to do that. Oh, nope. Okay, don't touch that part just yet. Because it is still very much wet. We don't need that spread any further into the hair that it already got accidentally. Okay. So I think we might go in and trying to do like a base coat of every color, I guess. Scooting in a little bit. Oh, just touched the part I painted. Whoops. I think we might try to do a base coat on the face. Which is going to be interesting. But I think very carefully. I'm not entirely sure how well I'm going to do on the eyes as well. That'll be an interesting... Oop. Try to also eliminate the extra, like, water on the face, which is going to be a little hard. And then you also, I think you can see her ears a little bit. Like, this one's a little more obvious, I think. I'm gonna go with that. Then, just like a little bit. I'm just gonna cover up the crown actually. We'll just do. It's not really a crown, it's more of a. What's the word? Tiara? Ah, the light's changing, I can tell. These things are starting to look a little wonky with shadows and whatnot. So there's the face, which isn't quite as smooth as I would like. But it'll work. Oops! Yeah, I need to not bang my head into the camera. That would probably be smart. I'd take a picture of the setup and show everybody, like, on posted somewhere, but the thing is, the thing I would take the picture with is part of the setup. I might have to steal, like, my mom's phone. Because that, right there, is my phone. Which was fun, because I was getting ready for stream, and I was prepping everything, and I got the scene open to make sure everything was working. And then I opened it up to the camera app I normally had been using, and it was like, yeah, no, we're not going to screen mirror that anymore. I was like, oh. Crap. What do I do? Because the default camera on my phone are perfectly good. Thank you for the follow, Kitty Starshine. Oh, and I believe that we hit our follow goal. I think. I'm assuming that's what that big thing at the top was. Let me check in a second. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Okay. I'm gonna just let that settle a bit. Say that and I continue to mess with it. It's me, always. Alright. Oh, well, welcome in. Sculpting? What kind of sculpting do you do? That was one of the things I never did at school that I kind of wish I could have done, was the pottery class. I just feel like I would enjoy it, but I would not have enjoyed it as part of, like, my grade. I wouldn't have enjoyed doing it as a graded class. I would have much rather done it as a for fun thing. So I might still do it, in fairness. You do air dry clay and acrylic paint? You don't usually use an oven because last time you used an oven, it exploded. Well, piece exploded and they never did that again. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard stories of interesting things that's happening and exploding. My roommate, one of the years I was at college, was an art major, and her main thing was, well, the main thing that she had been doing that the semester before had been pottery. So, yeah. They had some, she had some interesting stories. And I learned a lot about it, even though I never took the classes. This is an art major, they had to take all the classes and do all the things. Oh, that's all camera. My bad. Okay, Dragon. Mousy, you said you were gonna go help Dragon with dinner. Alright, enjoy your lurk and the foods. I will speak to you later. Probably. See if I can just get a little bit of black in on the triangle. Yeah, that will work. It's not perfect by any means. But a little bit of silver highlight on that. Go pretty far. At least starts it differentiating it between that and the skirt and stuff. Which, let me put this brush in there. We'll set this down for a minute while I grab some more tea. Oh, and thank you for adding the points to Katie's Starshine for me, Mousy. I always forget about those, and then I'm like, oh, wait. Those are important. Oh, and you doubled your chocolate bars. Nice. Gotta see if you can beat that 12 million before you lose streak. Wonder how many I have. I don't know. I think you accrue them passively by just being in the channel and following and all that stuff. And then you start with the base amount and then you do things. And I don't know where I was at last. Okay. Now this could be a little closer. There we go. So let's see. What should we do next? Got a base coat on most of it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go in and do the pants. The purple. And put another layer of purple on the skirt. You absolutely hate trying to make hair. Yeah, I can imagine sculpting hair is hard. I don't struggle with it with drawing. In fact, that's probably one of the easier things I have with drawing. But 3D is a whole different ballgame. There's a reason I never did organics in my 3D printing class. Except for the tree. The tree doesn't count. It was a cone tree. And it was tiny, so it didn't matter. So we had to do a building with a couple other things to go with it. One of the things I made was a little pine tree. I'm going to just do the entire boots, and then what I think I might do is when I do some of the other colors, when I pull maybe some more of the more reds and stuff, another time I might mess with exactly how this looks. Should probably pay it on camera, Claire. Come on. You almost had half the head, front half the head done, so you're so close. Nice, nice. Progress is progress, even if it comes slowly. Oh, that's the other fun thing. I haven't decided how I'm going to do the base of this. Because it could be fun to do a little bit of a gray, but on the mix in. Because it's supposed to be like cobbled stone, maybe? I don't remember which one I ended up picking for her. Might be pebbles. So it might be fun to do the gray, but then go in with some, like, greens. Break it up a little bit. Because all of the other bases I have that I've done have all been plain bases. And I have plans to, at some point, decorate some of them with some of the extra parts from the set. But I haven't had the time. Well, more correctly, I haven't had the mental energy. So... But what I was, when I was telling my brother I was going to do this, I was like, maybe this will get me back into mini painting. Like, maybe I can do this for D&D, and then I will feel like maybe pulling out some other stuff I got for Christmas and whatnot, and actually start putting it back together. You're currently an art major and you're doing realism, so you're currently sculpting a human head. Yeah. Realism, oh, yeah. That takes some... That takes work. Well, I was not an art major, but I was a graphic design major. But art was one of, and has always been, one of my things. So I enjoyed the art classes a lot that I was required to take. A couple of them scared me, but the professor had an unearned, slightly unfair reputation, I would say. That's the way I would put it. That or he and I just got along so well that I never saw some of the things the other students were upset about. Could go either way, to be honest. Really? Hi, Art. How are you? Yes. I like that. Oh, that's too much water. It's, one of the hard parts about watering down my own paint is I end up with clumps of water and clumps of paint. But I haven't got far enough into the hobby yet that I feel like I really should be spending money on paint. I spend enough paint money as it is. Tolerable fighting with the kids about their schoolwork. Yeah. Well, no fighting or schoolwork here. The only fighting we are doing is stream readers, which you guys have about 2 minutes on. Yeah, I have... Instead of buying model paint and spending a bunch of money on that, I took the acrylic paint I already had and added water to it. So I have... This is one of the colors I'm using. Oh, I can... So yeah, I have just like this kind of acrylic paint that I then add water to. Get 2 minutes on stream readers. I know both my mods are currently not here. Yeah, I am. That's the brand I have the most of. It's Master's Touch. Got it from Hobby Lobby. But I had a bunch of it left over from the classes I had to take. And then my extra painting. Because I also, one year, instead of buying my family gifts, I painted them each a custom little thing. I still have canvases from when I did that. So then I bought all the colors I didn't have that I wanted for that, which was so much fun. I want to do something like that again. It was a lot of fun. Because each piece was done in the person's favorite colors, which was for the boys. I just did some symmetric, like some pattern things, but like for my mom and my sister, and like I think my grandma. I remember because the boys were all done one way, but then basically the girls' side of it, I did a little differently. Like my dad's, I painted a space battle scene, and mom's was a encouraging phrase. My sister's was a princess dress. Grandma's was a abstract butterfly piece. So grandma has her house. It's all the rooms are color, like themed around a couple different colors. Oop, there's the Stream Raiders. So I tried to theme the piece around a color that was close to one of the ones she already, like, general part of ones she had done. So it would already fit perfectly in with her decor. She wouldn't have to have something to stick out too much. And it works. It's cute where it is, where she put it. Alright, that's Stream Raiders. We had how many units placed? 6 units. Very nice. We'll see how this goes. Try not to talk during this because I can't hear myself. It's so loud. Oh, I'll let you watch the battle. Whoop. That's not good. I have a suspicion we might lose. Two healers and a ground unit against flying units. Huh. This is a standoff. I have never seen a standoff like that before. I'm assuming at some point it cancels out. Like, how long does this go on before they figure out what's going on here? Okay. Can I end the battle myself? Oh, let's turn that down. Yeah, no, this is not wanting to, okay. Huh. We're gonna do that, maybe? Is that not the button I wanted to push? Probably not. Right column of settings, there's a stop. Okay. I think I got it. But the music's still playing and like we're in a battle. Let's try this again. It may just keep playing the music. You know what? We'll do a shinobi. We definitely need some flying units though. Chat, so. Yeah, no, it's still doing the battle music. Hold on, we're just gonna have to do that. Yeah, no, it's still going. Okay, I'll just somebody remind me when we're doing the next battle to turn back on the music for the battle, because the battle music is fun, but I don't want to be hearing that for the rest of like doing other things. It's too much. Ooh, you joined the Discord. Welcome, welcome. While I am sitting here at the screen, let me give you the correct role as well. There we go. Should be able to see everything now. that's cute. I like it. Yeah, we have the art gallery channel just for other artists and myself to share stuff we do. Because sometimes, yeah, I checked it. I looked. Because sometimes, honestly, you just like the people around you may or not be interested in seeing your art, but that's a place where we can all just like geek out over the art. I also like to post the stuff I work on stream and like if I make progress on it in there as well. Because I usually, if I'm doing art on stream, I'm doing digital drawing. Like the one in the top corner there, it's half finished. That one was on stream for quite a bit of it. But we should get back to this. You have 27 minutes on the stream raiders. Hopefully this time it doesn't glitch. Let's see. So, I think we're probably going to have to do another layer on the cloak before I want to do the effect. So actually I needed to switch paint colors. Yeah, and if sharing art isn't your thing, we also have pets and plants and Lego just sections. So there's probably something for most people to share. I think the pets is probably the most common one throughout the Discords I'm in. But most commonly used one. Oh, and food. But I like having the Lego one as well because Lego is one of my other favorite things. And it's cool to see like all the different sets people have built put together and stuff. Some of us may have some really old Legos as well, which is always fun to see like the different generations of sets and stuff. Hi puppers! How are you? She didn't try to put my hand this time. That's probably good. Okay, so probably should go over the pink bit now, I think. Gotta go back over that and get... Maybe this time do a little bit of the texturing. Yeah, for those of you who might be new or joined only recently, I'll show you a finished one I've done before. We didn't do this one on stream. You're gonna see if you can steal a picture of the project you're working on once you're done with the hair? Good idea. Yeah, I would love to see it. I enjoy seeing other people's art. So, this is one I have finished. It's one I really enjoyed the cloak. This is the kind of effect I'm going to try to go for on this cloak. But this one's a finished one that I did a few months ago. I'd have to go look exactly when. But yeah. You can kind of see like the tie-dye effect here where, if I can get it to focus. It's purple, magenta, and a bit of red. Kind of what I want to do on the top bit of this figure. See what was Art's question. I saw it. Lego related. You know why all the spacecraft in Disney movie Lightyear have yellow canopies and windscreens? Has something to do with the old space Lego sets. And honestly, if you just asked me that without the contents of it being Lego context, not contents, context of it being Lego related, I might not have guessed that. But my dad might still have some of his old space sets. He at least has one of his space minifigures somewhere. Speaking of Legos, can show you Legos. The nice thing about having this camera on my desk is now, like, if there's little things I want to show you, I don't just have to do a picture anymore. I can just whoosh. The guy who designed them used Lego to prototype them and wants to make them to make the classic yellow canopies. That's cool. Why is the music stopped? Why is that a thing that has happened? Excuse me, music. I did not give you permission to stop. That's fun. Yeah, I have some fun Lego stuff. I'm going to paint a Lego figure soon. Soon to you. But like I have this figure which was a custom put together one for putting together for a video game character. But I have also have like my favorite person ever. Also have Ahsoka on my desk. Is it bad to say you're working on 2 projects at the same time and you're doing an anime sculpture and then your realism assignment currently you're taking a break on the realism once you have to let it dry before you add another hit clay on it? I don't think so. A lot of the times, especially if you're dealing with stuff that dries, it's good to have 2 things to work on. Oop. I talk with my hands, can you tell? 2 things to work on so that when the one thing is drying, you're working on the other thing. You go back and forth. Because like when I was painting my Mandalorians, I would paint them all. I'd paint them in batches of multiple ones, and when one was drying, I would paint the other one, and it kept me moving and kept me from like sitting there and having to wait on it and then get back into the mode of working on it. So I find that useful for my workflow. Not everyone will, but I do. Yeah, because I also have. I posted pictures of these, I think, before. Because I posted it when I glued it all together. I have, if I can get it open. I have this to paint at some point. And we may, before the end of stream, go over it with primer. Because as you could see, I primed the body and then glued everything on. And you can kind of see that the glue got a little bit everywhere. There's a lot of just put glue on it and then put it where I want it and move it around. So, yeah, we might want to... I had the primer out already. Might as well. But I've got that, which will go with this helmet. And it'll look really cool. And the backpack, I do have the backpack. My brother helped me. We installed a magnet in it. So it's magnetized to the back of the figure. Which will be cool. But it's just been sitting there glued together and not primed. Fully finished primed and then ready to go for ages. Like, so if there's ever a point at where it's all wet and I can't work on it anymore, I was like, I can just pull that out and work on it. Give me something to do. To be fair, if the technical stuff had gotten any more crazy, I had a backup plan as well for Minecraft. Because we have stone for the auto sorter for the first floor, but I have to figure out where everything's going. Dragon and I have like discussed bits and pieces of what we want to put where. But he told me the other day just to mark it all for him and then he would go back through and do some of the filtering and stuff. I think it might be what he's planning on doing tomorrow on stream. So I'll get that tonight at some point. It's like, if my phone decides that we are not doing this today, then I will switch gears. So I'm going to grab a little bit of the purpley magenta. Just kind of... Oop! Alright, fine. I didn't want that much. We'll just kind of do that, and I will get the paint off. Do a little bit of blending. Nope. Get that back on camera a little bit. One of the things I like to do is use the different colors for a little bit of shading. So putting the dark color places where there would be shadow. Because I don't do too much shading with these outside of that. Because I'm just not there yet. But I do a little bit of that as I'm coloring them. It helps it feel a little bit more realistic. Though if I was going for realism, doing something a little different than doing a D&D character. But you know. See, that adds something to it already. You have 21 minutes on Stream Raiders. That will probably be our last Stream Raiders for the evening. Yeah. I like it. Still need to decide what to do. I want something to just go in with this bit. Ah, my hand's shaking. It's fine. It's fine. My hand is shaking, but it's fine. Thing's fine. And do this. Just bring that all the way up to there and then do the necklace. Call it a day. Because it'll be easier than trying to do another color there, I think. And then I'm going to it's like a really watered down version of this purple. Get that on this medallion. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted it to do. I think it's called focus, please. There we go. A little bit of a wash on it just to get it a little purple. Kind of do that to blend in that bit. I think next order of business, doing some more color on this bit. Which I want to do a little bit of the lighter purple. Doop-doo. To get a little bit of like the more solid part of the paint. which with this color is gonna be a little hard because I didn't have too much of that left. Gonna make this bit, front bit there, a highlight. Really putting a darker bit in the dips of the skirt. Just a little bit of texturing can go a long way, turns out. Not that y'all didn't already know that. Add a little bit of thing to this one as well. Just a little bit of the magenta color. Just a touch. Make it stand out against the purple a little bit more. How did you get purple on your fingertips there? Oops. Fix that. Alright. Next business. Starting to put in color here. Thank you for the unit. Didn't see who that was, but thank you. Like so. Back in. And what I'll do is let this dry a bit after I finish what I'm doing here. Then come back over it with the magenta, maybe a light, very watery bit of the magenta. Takes a little bit. Won't be the same as the other one, so it's going to be a little bit of work because this one doesn't have as much texture to it. Okay, I do see a bit I want to work on though, because this bit would be a little lighter than that, I think. Oops, excuse me. Oop-doo. Just try to lighten that just a touch. Honestly, I think I'm going to leave the boots where they are because I really like that look. I like it a lot. I think I need to probably bring the silver in so we can do that bit. But before we do that, we will start with the crystals because I want to try something. And I think, unlike the picture, as you can see, it's got different colored crystals. I think I want to just try one color on the crystal clusters. Like, the different colors will be there. But I think one crystal is going to be one color. And that. Okay, so. Try to get an even looking coat there. Try not to leave too much paint like hanging out in the cracks. Simple like that. I just try to grab a little bit more actual color. Not just the watered down bits. I'll have to let it dry and see how that works, because I may just do that and be done. And it looks great. Okay, so let me put her down for a moment and get the silver paint. I do have one more spot on the Be Thick Ready paint. So just put a little bit, very little, because this is the only silver I have. I should buy more. I'm gonna try to get, I think, some gold and some silver at some point, but one step at a time. There we go. Clean off this brush. Okay. I'm just going to stir that up in just that section. This. One thing about the silver is it doesn't quite mix as well with the water as a lot of the other ones do. Let's get the thank you for the unit, whoever that was. You are appreciated. I do have to also be very careful with this because it will just get everywhere. Might have to go over that a couple times. Oh, you know what? That bit right there might be right at the top. We'll just go ahead and go in with the silver, and then I'm going to skip the song because I do not need water sounds at the moment. Not helpful. There we go. Might need to go in with a color and then go back in with the silver there. We'll see. Do that. Or I may just have done color because that pink wasn't quite dry yet. That's fine. Come back to that. Do a little bit of the handle, the dagger. And managed to get some on the sleeve and the belt at the same time. Yay! This is fine. like so. And I want to do like that. Just do a little bit of, whoop, or sometimes a lot. It's fine because it can be shimmery. She is an illusion wizard. She could be shiny if she wants to be. Almost a requirement, but not quite. Highly advised that an illusion wizard has a little bit of sparkle. Just saying. Oh, nobody caught the Pokemon. How sad. Okay, definitely need to go in there with the dark purple. Fix that. Very carefully so as not to mess up anything else. Yeah. I'll have to see how that looks once the paint dries a bit more, because it still looks a little shiny because the paint is drying. I'm noticing some bits that need some more white. You finished your sculpture, now you gotta get it dry? Yay! Sometimes I'm glad you finished it. Yeah, we'll fix that way. Oops, excuse me. I think my stomach has decided it didn't want tea today. Which is hilarious because it's getting tea. Okay, let's put that down for a second. Let me check how many minutes do we have of stream readers. Oh, of course I put the music in front of it. Oh, we have 17 seconds. Perfect time. Perfect timing. Wish it would like not focus on the bottom of this. But yeah, she's coming out really well. I'm excited because if I can get this to even a semi-stage of done in time for the next session, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna just like show up with like, oh yeah, by the way, I have a mini now. And it's actually my character, not just a random mini. Yum. Tea is so good. It's a little cold now, but that's okay. Alright, we had 7 units. Hopefully one of them can shoot at sky things, otherwise we might be in trouble. Well, hello, Zoe. Hi, puppers. How are you? Oh, I forgot to turn the music back on. Hold on. Weird. So, you do not need to spin my chair around. Oh no, we lost. Stop, Lucy. Hi. And now the other one came in. Wanted pets. Hi. If you have paint in your fur later, it's not my fault. I think that will be it for us today on Stream Readers, cause it's close to my normal. It's not. We don't have 30 minutes left on stream. Probably doesn't mean we won't go longer. I've been known to say that and then go longer, but Let's not limit ourselves with stream rage, so we'll turn that off. You took a pic of the stage 1 proof? Yay! Let me see. Oh, fun! Yeah! Hi, Mousy. Very lumpy, non-smooth sculpture. You know what? It's okay. It's allowed to be non-lumpy. Or, but lumpy. Yep. It's allowed to be either. Okay. Just making sure that Discord message I had waiting for me was not important. Which it was not. Because I had a ping from one of the Discords I'm in. Just making sure it wasn't anything new. Made sure you weren't painting. I appreciate that a lot. Because I already have troubles with my hands shaking. You know that well enough. Where did I put the brush? Did I put it? Ah, I think I put it in the water. Good. It's like, where did I put it? It's not where I thought I put it. So far, I've managed not to stick my brush in my tea. So there is that. You're trying to make leaves. You're making a fruit now for a different project. Ooh, fun. I'm currently drinking out of the earth without art is just mug. Figured it was appropriate for an art stream, even though you guys can't see it. I may pull the camera back and we can look at some of stuff if we want to before I end, but grab the pink. I want to see if I can tidy up this bit just a little. Like that, and then if I can, yeah, that'll be better. Just do a little bit. That way, that doesn't look too weird. And try to get the paint off of that. To get into the rhythm, I don't switch brushes too much. Oh, the music stopped again. Music! Really? Really? Is that what we're going to do today? Okay. You know what? I think that's it trying to tell me I should switch to a different playlist. How about hi-fi? Actually, no, we'll switch to my normal stream playlist. Because I want to hear Other Side. For no particular reason. Alright, let's do a pink crystal. You're telling me what fruit to make? What fruit I'm making? It's a pineapple. You decided. Oh, you were not trying to decide. You did decide. See, I can read. I'm functional sometimes. I say sometimes because it's not always, and that's okay. As long as it's most of the time. In this case, I'll be fine. I should have asked earlier, but is the music volume okay for everybody? Seems like it should be fine, but I am hearing the volume at my volume, not your guys' volume, so you'll have to let me know. Ooh, might be interesting. See how that's gonna try. Yeah, it's definitely a good idea to it's a little quiet but pretty nice. Okay, I'll turn it up in a second. Let me see if I can boost it. It's probably a good thing I'm doing the pavement last. Because look at this mess. I would never... I'd have to clean it up so much. Let me boost it just a little bit more. There we go. Let me look at the volume levels. Because yeah, that's probably good. There we go. I had that hidden behind something. Ooh, there's a Pokemon to catch. Looks interesting. A Stonejourner. A Stonejourner? Yeah, That. The thing I cannot pronounce apparently today. Yeah, the fun part I think is going to be for the crystals, and I'm hoping... I'm going to pull this out of camera just for a second, because of the way I angle I have to do this at. Hoping that they'll still be a little transparent by the time this is done. So that I could possibly like put it on a light. You had to dissect the leaves, you forgot to put ribs in the pineapple. Oops! It happens. Derpages happen and it's fine. At least you caught it when you did. Sometimes it's easier to catch it earlier on than having been working on it for hours and then realize you forgot something. I think this one I'm gonna just go ahead and make purple because it'll be easier. Might blend into the foot a little bit, but that's almost okay. Honestly. Make sure I was right which one you were saying. Because the latter and the former has always confused me a bit. That kind of whole terminology. Oh, chocolate. Alright, 1 second. Me finish this bit and then we can get a piece of chocolate. And the fun part is because I have the camera on, you can look at the chocolate and tell me which. So let's see, we have chocolate egg. Which one other one am I going to pull out? You're probably going to pick the chocolate egg. Ooh, but I have two different type of chocolate eggs. That's what we should do. So, I have, let's see if I can get it on camera. I have this chocolate egg, and I got this chocolate egg. We've got, this one's a mint, it's got like a mint filling to it, and this one's got a caramel filling. Caramel? Okay. This one it is then. I still have quite a few of those from all the trading I did in Easter. And then I bought myself 2 bags of the mini eggs. Which, actually, I could show you that. Because I have the camera over here. These. I bought myself 2 bags of these. So. Just because you need to unwrap it. Try to make me work for my chocolate, are we? Hey, I'll even unwrap it on camera. How about that? These wrappers don't seem to ever want to come off in one piece for some reason. I don't know why. Like, most of the time I can get a wrapper to come off in one piece. These won't. You can also see the seam of the egg house. Oh, cool! I'll have to take a look later, kitty. But I'm glad you're enjoying the art channel on the Discord. I'm gonna mute for a second so you don't have to listen to my chocolate. There we go. Chocolate eaten. Yay. It's very good. I probably needed the chocolate, to be honest. I haven't had chocolate in a forever. Last time you had an art channel, you were insulted and banned from the Discord because you weren't good enough. That's... Huh. That's an interesting way to do it. It's not the way we do it around here. I'm sad. I'm sorry you had that experience. It's not fun. But... Right, art is always good because art is a form of self-expression. Now, if you're doing a graded project, it's slightly different because you have to meet the criteria of the person who is grading. But when you're just doing for fun, it's for fun. It's something you enjoy doing. So, you could post stick figures in there and I wouldn't care. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I like how the crystals are coming on. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it to focus on the crystal phone. These? I asked nicely, maybe it will. Try to do the old influencer trick. That helped a little. But yeah, that crystal front specifically is looking really cool. That one there looks like it needs a little help though. Well, I'm glad you are enjoying it. Yeah, and you can, if you look back through the channel, you can see some of the stuff I've done, and I think at least one other person may have shared something. I can't remember if Mousy shared some of her diamond paintings, or somebody else has shared some other stuff to it as well. Hi, Epi. Welcome in. You said hydrate. Okay, this tea count. I'm gonna drink the tea anyways, whether you say no or yes. But I'm just curious. Yeah, I found a couple Discords where you can post art, and everybody is really encouraging, and I find it really nice. Yeah. 5 minutes. Okay. I might be late. You shared a couple diamond paintings? I couldn't remember if you had, or if that was in Dragon's Discord. I can't keep them straight. You just found one of your old realism pieces for background? Ooh, fun. Yeah, I was never that good at realism. I appreciate the skill that people put into realism. It has never been something I'm good at. I am doing well, very well, Epi. How are you doing? You pretty sure you posted in yours? You probably did. You found it in the void of your phone. Enjoy. Yay! More art. I very much enjoy that. Where did I put my pen? I keep losing this paintbrush and it's always in the same place. It's always in the water cup. How do I manage this? Coping with pain, but that's normal. Yeah. Hopefully, other than that, your day / week has been going good. And the day that shall not be named hasn't been too bad of a day that shall not be named. You did just check. You also posted your commission. Yes! Did you put? Well, I think you posted one of them. I posted a couple of them. Of the pieces that I have done for you. I may have posted one of them. I don't remember. Yeah, I still need to post. I'll double check with the person first, but one of the emotes I've done recently, I need to check. Be like, hey, can I post these? Because they're very fun, cute little emotes, and I would love to share them with you guys, but I mean, they're out on Twitch, so like, it's not like I would be. But that's one thing I want to do more of for people other than myself this year. Let's do some more emotes. Don't get me wrong, I love character illustrations. I really enjoy character illustrations. But I want to mix it up as well. Okay, so the main thing we haven't done yet, haven't touched much at all, is the hair. 6 figures would be all you would get from me. From you. Stick figures are stick figures. Like, sometimes that's all that you need. I have this, let's see if I can get the lips a slightly different color. Be a test of my precision. I have a piece of something I did. It's a really rough sketch. Okay, like this is not going to work, but it's going to work, so I'm gonna make it work. I'm just gonna have to... Yeah, no, it looks like I Joker painted on it. Okay. Now we fix. Boop. It was like it's never was never there. Now the face is a little darker than intended, but I can fix that a little bit later. Did I mess up the crown? I did not mess up the crown. Good. You appreciate a good stick figure drawing. They could be difficult in a different way. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. But like a drawing I did, a rough sketch for like an idea of a vibe of a build for Minecraft. It's a very rough sketch, but I still have it hung up on my desk at work. You did not think you had pictures of your fur babies, but you were wrong. Ooh, new fur babies, and there's a rat-tat-ta in chat if anyone wants to try to catch it. Though the only reason I know how to pronounce that is because I've been watching somebody play Pixelmod. But yeah, good stick figure drawings can be difficult in their own way. When Nalamas, you had the mass painted Lord of the Rings models you... Ooh! Lord of the Rings models? Yeah, I'd love to see those. I know Nell has been getting back into painting a bit more recently and putting together models. Been nice to see. Not that I minded the video games, but obviously that's what I do the most here, with the video games. But I'm glad to see her getting back into enjoying some of the art stuff too. Yep, working on a little bit of a D&D mini. Because I needed a mini. First time I've actually played a D&D where I needed a mini. So, oh, the Rattata escaped. Oh well. There's always next time. I don't know if either of my mods are anywhere close to a keyboard. Would you be able to get FB some chocolate bars? Or do I need to do it? Doesn't matter if I need to do it, I just need to know. I know you guys were in the middle of like making dinner and stuff. Yeah, first time I needed a mini for D&D, so I'm your mobile item to my... Okay. Give me one moment. I will get to it then. Just saw something I wanted to fix. On phone it's difficult? Gotcha, gotcha. I got it. Ah, good. You're getting back to Wales Express and then teaching people to paint and play the models in the game? Ooh! Fun! Yeah, I feel like there's a... I might be misremembering, but I think there's a gathering of peoples over there soon, isn't there? But the other side of the pond, so I can't exactly come at the moment. Someday. Someday I will make it to the UK. Gotta make it to Canada first. But let me... Oh, no worries. Yeah, you will have ads. It is the thing that Twitch has decided to do. So it should be points. Is it points ad or ad points? We're gonna go with points ad, and then I'm going to find out it's not that. Ah, oh, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Is it ad points? Okay. Thank you. And then it would be... I don't remember how many, so we're just gonna go with 1, 2, 3. Yep, no ad. Got it. That part I remembered. Unless that's for... Yeah. Because I think Dragon's Chat you have to do an ad. Or... There we go. MomoCon is in May, July is GriffCon, and August is NowCon. Ah. So, okay, there's 3 very shortly. There you go, you should have some chocolate bars. Yeah, I thought NowCon was a little farther off, but I couldn't remember because... Honestly, because I'm not going to be able to go, I kind of don't keep too close track of what's going on. Ooh, Dragon doubled, and Mousy both doubled their chocolate bars. GG. Chocolate bars are for the games. Currently, yes, Dream Elements chocolates. I think it's just Gamble and Slots at the moment. At some point... I don't know that I have a games command, Mousy. I honestly don't remember. This one's fun. Oh, I lost. I think it might be... It might be this one? Or is it chocolates? I can keep track of my own commands, I swear. I can't. I can't keep track of my own and Dragons and Arceus. So that's fine. Choco bars. Right. Right. I feel like recently I had to remember that and then I forgot it. I should just put chocolate bars in as an alternate for that. There. That's the command. I'm going to add a variant to that now because I keep forgetting. I'll add games and chocolate bars as variants to that command so that we all can keep track of it. Ooh, it's Pig Step. One of my favorites. Alright. Let's see if we can really quickly do something fun with the hair. Now, I don't know exactly how this is going to go. As you can see from, and I'm just touching this up because I noticed it needed it. See from the picture on the side of the screen, the hair is very much ombre. Which is a little harder to do in this case because I don't have all the flexibility. But it is white at the top, so we're going to leave the top bit alone. What I'm going to start with is I'm just going to make this part up to like here. Dark blue. Kind of a little bit of a ziggy zag. Yeah, you do. You should have a bunch of channel points. You get a handful from just following and then from being around in chat and stuff. And if you sit there and collect the bonuses as well, you get even more. Which is fun. There's quite a few things you can use them on. Probably should have turned a couple of them off for this stream, but that's alright. The only one I can think of, other than the ones that are very obviously video game related, that I'm not going to do at the moment is take my glasses off. Mod love. Alright. Can you get some mod love, Dragon? All done. There you go. Yeah, there's that quite a few of them are sound-based things, which is fun. Chat loves to make me jump. Sometimes they succeed, sometimes in that case, they do not succeed. It drives them crazy, but that's fine. I enjoy making other people jump if they want to be jump. Make sounds to make people jump, or just for fun on other people's chats. So I haven't added to mine. Ooh, emergency meeting. That no, I'm not going to play. Sound alerts, are you okay? Don't think sound alerts is okay. Well, that should have played the emergency meeting button. Noise from Among Us. Yes, indeed, run indeed. But what we usually do when someone hits the emergency meeting button is discuss who is sus in chat because it is an Among Us sound. So I usually have fun with it and be like, alright, who we voting out? Who's sus? So we're gonna do that even though it didn't play correctly. Who do you think is sus, Art? Who we thinking about voting out? Half the time chat thinks it's me, which is funny. Cause I either very sus or very not sus usually. Ever played an Among Us game with me? Clara is always sus. I am not. You only think that because if it's not you, it's usually me. And for some reason, I have stopped killing you first. You was just trying to startle you, so it's probably you. That's an interesting strategy. That sounds like a jester strategy, TBH. You should see you try to lie. Oh my... Yeah. You not acting sus is now sus. Okay, then. That's probably fair. Because I pretend to be... I like, my movement-wise, until, like, halfway through a game, whether I'm imposter, neutral, or crew, is the same, because I play it exactly the same. You're not going to question the fact that you just randomly... Yep, nope, no questioning. Not speaking multiple minutes at a time. It's fine. That is what lurking is. Now, in a game, like Among Us, it's a little more obvious. There are certain people that I'm like, you haven't talked in a little bit. Usually means you're sus. Everyone in chat does that. Exactly. I will talk to you for a good 10, 15 minutes in chat. Like, if I'm the chatter. And then I will just disappear. And sometimes it's because I actually disappear. Because work or what have you. Sometimes I'm still very much there. I have just gone into lurk mode and playing a video game or something. When you play Among Us, you're just a silent person you never talk about. You also never get voted out. Well, that's an accomplishment, I will say. Because there are certain people in our group, I'm not going to name names, who I'm like, if you are quiet, then it's probably you. And then there's also certain people who I can just tell if I accuse them, I can just tell. Usually I'm like, that was interesting. Not always. I'm not always right. This is a true statement, because I've been wrong many times. But I think it's like one of those, like, lying is not usually a good thing. And I don't really encourage playing lying games. But Among Us, one of the things about it is you learn a lot about each other very quickly. Especially the way we tend to play it, where it's much more chill. And I say more chill than, like, because we're typically in a voice call with each other and talking the entire time except when we're ghosts, so. We just have general, like, honor system about, like, not saying certain things. Keeping certain information till a meeting, for example. Ah, dang it, I got blue. One of your favorite moments was when you were engineer and vented in front of someone and that person vented as well? And there was only one engineer? Oh, that's always interesting. Because then you're in a situation of where, like, you have to out them, you almost have to out yourself as an engineer. Which, if there's, like, an assassin or a guesser in play, it's just like, I'm risking it a lot. And they can turn it back around on you. Because I could hear it in my head. I don't remember who said it or what game it was in, but it was just like, yeah, so I was just chilling in the vent, and so jumped in and joined me. Wait, you can vent in Among Us? Yes, Dragon! You can vent in Among Us. You were such a troll. Amazing, super helpful troll, but a troll nonetheless. You just stayed silent, like traumatized. Yeah, that's probably why they did it. Just to see what you would do. Honestly, I would have probably vented and then stabbed, but that's just the way I play. Because I wouldn't want the fact that somebody knew who I was to risk that in a meeting. It was so awkward, so awkward. Yeah, I imagine. PC or console player? PC typically. I do have a few consoles. By a few, I mean mostly just one, but I have my Switch. But typically, I'm on PC. You played one night when you were voted off every time except the one time you were an imposter. Oh, goodness. That's funny. Talking about Among Us, you play on your phone. Interesting. Yeah, I play PC. I have played on my phone. That was an experience. I say that because it was when I played with my mom and my siblings. And what I find interesting, and it's the same thing with the other group I play with, is that there is I won't call it the meta game, but there's the like normal game the way the creators play the game a certain way, right? And then there's the way so like if I were to play with a group of strangers, the way I would play, right? Where you know a lot of the map, you use a lot of the sabotages. There's a lot of technicalness to it. And then you have the way the group I normally play with, which is a little bit in the middle. To the point of which I can't use sabotages anymore because if a sab goes off, everyone thinks it's me. And heaven forbid it was a door. Like, somebody close the doors, Clara, again. Guys, I'm not the only one who can use doors, but apparently I'm the only one who used to. Now I never do them and everybody else does, and it's hilarious. And then there's the way I play with my mom and my siblings. Like, they don't know the game at all. So me using any sort of strat does not work. Like, I can't be clever with it because it won't work. You have this other time when you were a scientist and you checked the vitals and somebody was dead, but since you called the meeting and not reported the body, you were voted off for supposedly hacking. You were the scientist. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Dragon. I was about to do that. It's really like, oh yeah, that's the thing we have to do. Yeah. It's really hard sometimes because like, you know someone's dead, so you want to figure out like how long they've been dead and stuff, but it's like, can I find the body? But if it takes so long to find the body, then their information might be cold. And welcome to the Discord, Epi, and thank you, Dragon, again for getting that role assigned so quickly, so that Epi could see all the things. But yeah, there was, I don't remember how I knew Dragon was dead the last time we played. But there was a round I knew he was dead. And I had been looking for his body for a minute. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go push the button. And there he was, he was dead. We didn't get any information, but I don't know that we would have gotten any information if I had found the body. I don't know that I knew Dragon was dead. I think I just knew one of the roles was dead. And when everyone found out you were innocent, they apologized and felt bad. Ah, yeah. Yeah, lower level players may not realize exactly what all of the roles do. Especially if they're typically played strictly, like, no roles before. I watched the Hermits and their friends play a lot of Modded Among Us. So by the time roles were added to Vanilla, I already kind of knew all the things. Sound alerts, are you gonna, like, you know, work today? It was working, right? I wonder if I need to go through and double check. Let me... not there. Sound alerts has said, not today. It was working? Okay, so I wasn't crazy. Let me open up the dashboard and see if I can really quickly figure out why it's doing that. It might not be a really quick fix, but I can at least look at it. Queued. Did I accidentally pause the alerts or something? Pause it and unpause. No. Queued. Why? Unpause sound alerts. Refresh browser source? Yeah, it just says they're in the queue because I can replay this one. No. That's weird. Why is it doing that? It's the keyboard and the mouse part you get confused with. Yeah, that's why I know some friends of mine play with uh, their controller on their computer, because then they don't have that problem. Huh. Let's skip all queued. And then I'm going to replay them for everybody. See if I can... Okay, that's not letting me... Okay then. I will have to research that in between streams. Well, in between stuffs. But, yeah, apparently sound alerts not working today. Sound alerts is being unique. Yup, sound alerts is being twitchy. That's what we call it. Yeah, the controls for Control Air Among Us isn't really useful, to be honest. I've been told. Especially for things like doing the wire task and whatnot. Which I was still having trouble the other day with my mouse. It was just like, it was not clicking, and then I'd click on the wire and it would close the screen on me and be like, that's not... I clicked on the... No. There, you asked for an action, not a sound you gave. Yay! Oh yeah, you activated chocolate, didn't you? Which does have a sound attached with it, so that I can usually hear it. But if you give me one moment, I will grab a piece of chocolate. Just want to try to blend this a little bit more before it dries. I started talking and ignoring it, and it was an accident. Yeah, that's looking good, I think. The lighting has changed significantly since we started, but I think it's still looking good. I think... Okay, so your choices are... I'm gonna give you different choices than I gave Dragon. Well, sort of different choices. Yeah, she's looking cool. We got a chocolate sheep, because I'm still working on my Easter candy. Or a chocolate egg with some mint filling inside. Nope. That is the reason your gaming piece is sat with nearly 9 months of updates to do. Ooh, that's a lot of updates, Epi. You had a laptop once that needed 2 years of updates, Dragon? It took 14 hours to install all of them? Goodness gracious. That's a lot. You like the mint? Alright. Yeah. I should go. It's, so what my mom did for our Easter baskets is she did the chocolate sheep, chocolate cross, and then she did one type of candy that each kid would like. Select their favorite. So like mine were the caramel eggs, like the one I ate earlier. This is the one she got specifically for me. And this is the one she got for my sister. Which are these cute little eggs. They're kind of like your candies. Creamy egg with a shaped with mint and dark chocolate. So just before I started playing on the parlor recipe. At which point, yeah. Yeah, because that would have been when we had just like been in the same Discord and chat and stuff, so it's been a while. I realize how long that's been. I'd have to go look. It's crazy. Your router is a programming router, so you get fast speeds and connections. Nice. That's a bonus. Okay. Oh, she's not even on screen. My mistake. Yeah, this is looking really cool. And as the sun is starting to go down, you can kind of start to see the colored lights that I have in the background more. Welcome back from your lurk, Messi. I particularly like the metallic bits in the skirt. Like that adds a fun level of detail. I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna look at it really closely. Ooh, 480 channel points. What's that get you? I don't remember which one that is. It'll take a second, a little off camera because I gotta put it up close to my face to see what I'm doing. But I'm gonna a little bit of white around the ear so that that doesn't get lost in the hair. That's for you to know, me to find out. All right. I mean, I could open it up and look at it, but that's fine. Oh, unlocking an emote. Fun. It's very fun emotes, if I do say so myself. Okay. So other than working on the face a touch. Oh, I think I missed something. 1 second. Oh no, that's not ruining anything. I'm excited for you to get to experience one of the emotes when you get enough points. Yeah, the price would be a little ouch. But they can be worth it, apparently. I don't know what kind of router we have. And to be honest, it's not my router, so it's not my problem. I'm just grateful for the use of it. That's the way I would put it. Yee. That is also true, Epi. You can use your Prime sub if you have one free, but don't feel like you have to. I know not everybody can have a sub, and that is okay. There are the follower only emotes which you can use, which I have made sure are very cute and fun. Used to have one. The one you got from your cable company is really good. You haven't noticed any slowdowns unless it's from the provider. Yeah, which happens every once in a while. Every once in a while, the provider decides to be silly. I'm not entirely sure what we have, even though it sits on my desk, but it works, and that's what matters. Oh yeah, 100%. Like I said, you don't feel obligated to use it on me. Use it on whoever you want to. Spread the love. Just sure they appreciate it. I don't have Prime myself at the moment, but when I do, I will definitely be using it. Currently, I borrow my mother's Prime for ordering things. Yeah, so Prime's a exactly perfectly good reason. This is true. Most streamers are happy with the views. Very true. I'm just happy to have somebody to talk to sometimes. You also upgraded your console to the Xbox Series X from the original Xbox. Ooh, nice. Xbox upgrades are fun. All the fancy shiny computer things. We have an Xbox in the house I do not use, but I have used it in the past. Alright, I'm going to try really quickly to see if I can get just a little bit of, if the white on the eyes works or doesn't work. We're gonna see. Just want like trying to dip the tip of this in the white. Maybe a little bit. Work. And it may not work. Yeah, I don't think that quite worked the way I wanted it to. She looks a bit crazy. Ooh. Mostly Minecraft. This is true. You do play mostly Minecraft. Did not give me an error code, so you presumed it worked? Oh no! The anorith escaped. You might have your... You guys. Game Boys. I never had one of those. First time in forever you spelled it right. You will catch one eventually, don't worry. Sometimes Pokeball just doesn't feel like sharing. There was like one stream I did with, well, I was watching Dragons where I don't think anyone caught a single thing. I've been misremembering, but... I think that's how it went. When was the mini release? That's a question, as you've rightly guessed, for Dragon, because I have no idea. You have this old faithful PC that can't handle any games except barely Minecraft, and even Minecraft is laggy, so you have Pocket Edition on your phone. Yay! 2005, okay. So I was alive. There's that. Your phone handles it like a champion. Yeah, the Pocket Edition is a lot more optimized for the phone. Not to say that the PC version... Yeah, see that? I don't think that's going to work. Okay. We're gonna just have to cover that up, it's fine. Which might be hard to now that I put the black on, but you can just do that, and then... You're on the Android, you'll be right back? Okay. No worries. Yeah, forever I played on Pocket Edition, but... I'm definitely a PC player now. I couldn't go back to Bedrock if I tried. You got an ad. Okay. Hmm. I think her face will just have to remain blue. So I might wait till it dries. And... Actually, I can't wait till it dries because that will... If I can just make it less... Want the little bit of details to come through. Let's grab a little bit more paint. Just... Okay. I might have to go back over that with blue a little bit later because of the black. I really should have not put the black on, but that's okay. Other than that, yeah, you guys are really close in age. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, 10 ads in a row is so rough. I get 7 and I feel like I'm done. I'm just like, I'm done. That's one of the reasons I have budgeted for a handful of subs. Because the people I watch a lot, I don't want to do. They are discussing age for a very specific reason. I will gently remind them that they're not really supposed to do that. But they are. It's your gentle reminder, because I know you both know better. But, Yeah, they're discussing how old they were when the Game Boy Mini was released. Yeah, one of those a mod. If I had felt like it was out of hand, I would have said something already. I am capable of handling my own chat. Okay, looking at this, I do think I want to add back a little bit more of the light purple to this. I didn't say you didn't have faith in me. Just being clear. A little bit more of that, I think, needs to be in there. Okay. Looking at it, it's a little harder because it's gotten darker in here. Alright, let's see if we can get this cloak to where I want it to be. And then we might just call it the first stream. No, going a little longer than I probably intended to. But I honestly didn't expect to make this much progress. So we're just gonna go with it. Okay. That will take a bit to dry, and it might need a little bit. So at some point, I will take, probably later tonight, I will go over the base with the gray and the silver. And grab out a little bit of brown for the wood on that bit. But I don't have room on my current palette. And I might end up doing a little bit more on this bit. Probably should just stop messing with it, but it's really hard sometimes to stop myself. I don't think you would. Yeah, no, you weren't gonna get me in trouble with it. Don't worry about it, Effie. It's mostly just a general guideline of don't talk about it for your own safety. And by me enforcing it, that absolves me of any issues. But I am not worried about it at all. If, like I said, if I had been worried about it, I would have said something. But, and it would have been different if you'd asked each other about it. It's a little different. However, we are going to stop there. I would say it's been a very successful stream. I will really quickly do a little bit of a side-by-side. Actually, we'll do a side-by-side comparison because I'm not going to move that palette. So, this is another printed version. What I started with yesterday, I painted it with primer. And now we're here. So I would say we made a lot more progress than I thought we were going to. That was a very successful stream. But I think I'm going to stop there because I do have to eat my dinner and do some things before I go to bed tonight. So Let's hit the ending screen button. Looks amazing. Oh, thank you, Epi. I really do appreciate it. I am no expert in mini painting, but I do my best. You are very welcome, Dragon. Okay. I don't know that we're gonna find somebody we're gonna check anyways. Let's see. Boop. Boop. Yeah, I don't see anybody. Well, yeah, no. Don't see anybody to raid today, which is okay. Don't always have to raid somebody, but thank you everybody for hanging out and chatting. Really do enjoy it, and one of my favorite things about the art streams is I get to chat a lot more about just stuff in general. Oh, thank you. Ooh! So I get to pay my lunch tomorrow. Thank you, Mama. So, yes. What was I? My mom brought me lasagna and totally sidetracked me. It's usually how that goes, right? It's food. But yeah, I should be back on Wednesday. We will probably be doing Minecraft on Wednesday. As I have a couple of projects I need to work on. More time to talk on art streams. Yes, we get to talk about more things than just Minecraft. Not that during the Minecraft streams I don't go on tangents, but art streams are more of a talk about everything and anything. So I enjoy them a lot. Do also have a new commission I'm going to start soon that we might work on, but I think I'll probably do Minecraft on Wednesday. And then Saturday Dragon and I will be doing probably Minecraft. There's a trend. But I will see you all later. Thank you so much for hanging out and for the follows and all the chatting and stuffs and things. And I will see you all later. Oh, and for hitting the follow goal, which is woo! I will have to up that probably to 50, 150. Probably Minecraft, yeah. Alright. Bye!